Tonight, Joe Biden is on the cusp of victory, just 6 electoral votes shy of becoming president. Based on projections, he has 264 electoral votes right now, but needs to get to 270.
With votes still being counted in a handful of states, Mr. Biden urged patience and promised to bring the country together if he's elected.
I'm confident we'll emerge victorious. But this will not be my victory alone or our victory alone. It'll be a victory for the American people, for our democracy, for America.
As states work to finish counting ballots, Donald Trump didn't make an appearance in public today, but his team launched legal action in several states while the race remains unresolved. With Mr. Biden closing in on 270 votes, can Mr. Trump still win?
Absolutely, he can. He needs a stroke of luck, and Joe Biden needs a stroke of bad luck, actually. The thing is that in the states that are left to be decided, to be announced, the gap is very, very slender. Joe Biden and Donald Trump are basically neck and neck in a couple of these states. Georgia is one big one. Arizona has been called for Joe Biden, but a couple of networks have reserved judgment on Arizona because that could also go either way. So while Joe Biden is looking good, the math is in his favor. He does not need to pick up all that many states. He needs to get just 2. He will be home and dry. Donald Trump has to pick up many more, and he will make it. But Donald Trump is leading actually in 3 states. Now, the state to watch really at the end of the day, if Joe Biden loses, say, Nevada, somehow loses Arizona, the state to watch is Pennsylvania, where the gap between the two, Donald Trump was leading, but now the gap is narrowing, and they are still counting mail-in ballots, and the mail-in ballots basically favor Joe Biden by a wide percentage, by something like over 70%. So that is what Donald Trump is actually, the Republicans are trying to stop with the court case, saying that you can't count these so far beyond the election date. However, the Supreme Court last week had ruled that they can. So the Republicans are trying to challenge that particular Supreme Court ruling. So that's still in the air, but the state is meanwhile counting, and now there are protests all over the country, growing protests, I should say, small but growing, saying that every vote should be counted. So there is pressure to count those votes, and those votes could change the outcome for Pennsylvania dramatically against President Trump. So President Trump has a mountain to climb here and a very narrow path up the mountain, whereas Joe Biden has several paths up to the top.
As the vote count continues in the US, you can get up-to-the-minute updates on all the latest election news at ST's live blog on straitstimes.com.